Hello everyone, I'll be showing you where you can get gdevelop. You just search on Google gdevelop, click on the first link. Gdevelop is a free gaming engine where you can download your games and also create your games. It's free to publish, unlike others. After creating your games, you have to pay to publish them, but gdevelop is totally free and is no code game engine, which means you can literally create a game without writing a single line of code. So I'm going to hit Windows because it's Windows I'm using. You can download anywhere depending on your system. I already have this file on my system, so I'll just open the one on my system. So after downloading it, you hit install. Double click to install it. So just click next, install. I already have it on my system, so okay, it's already installing. So gdevelop is a free code engine. You don't have to pay to use it, and you don't have to pay to publish your game with gdevelop. That's why it's an advantage for us to use it and make big money. The installation is finished. Just cancel this run box here and finish.
Now we have finished installing the gdevelop. Let's go get our admin account. So just type admin. As you can see, I've put on email for this because the last one I used, I want to explain a specific test for you guys. I'm not going to officially use this one. I'm going to use my previous one, but for the startup, I'm going to use this one to explain some stuff for you guys. Oh, it's necessary. So this is what you will be seeing when you finish putting up your password and add more. So just click yes and select your country. And click accept and start using Admo. This is just what I want to explain for you guys. I already have an Admo account, so I don't think I'll be doing all this. Put in your phone number and send verification through text or SMS. When you are done with this, they'll redirect you into this screen that you are seeing here. This is my main Admo account. So once you reach this screen, just stop. Let's go back to our game engine so we can start creating our game. So this is the head of startup for Admo. We have not finished setting it up, but at least we just have an Admo account so that we can make it up to our games. So let's start the game engine now. Open your gdevelop app. So when you open gdevelop, this is the first place you'll be seeing this whole place. This is the first place you'll be seeing. You can either go to build and you see existing projects, recommending templates and all of that. You can, I don't know why my network is disturbing. You can create projects here. I just want to explain this part for you, this basic interface. This is the shop. You can buy people access on this shop. You can buy games, buy templates and all of that from this shop. This a quick tutorial. This link is a quick tutorial. Advice you after this course, you can just take this course. It's really helpful. I know most of the guys making this tutorial, so it's really helpful to like partake in this quick tutorial about gdevelop so you can know how to do it. But for now, I'll guide you through as I promise. You won't have to learn go through all this for now. Now these games that with gdevelop, my games is here as well, but this network is loading. Any game you make with gdevelop have the official sites. Yeah, all programmers post their games. So once you post your game on that site, it will likely apply appear here for people to download and play your game. These are games made with by different developers, just like the one we are going to make right now. So my game is here, but I can't find it because it's kind of down. Over 200 and some people have played it. So this community, this here you can reach develop either on YouTube, Discord, or Reddit. Mostly the best place to quickly reach develop is either this Discord and um, gdevelop form. Gdevelop form is best for solution and Discord is best for to chat with friends. And you can see most of these people that have created these games on gdevelop on Discord. Here is preference just for setting about gdevelop. That's it for this introduction. So I'll show you the game we're going to make before I start the project. So I'll show you the game we're going to be making top with when you're before we over we discuss. This is the game, the simple drop cash games with gdevelop. No much coding, it's like slagging. Let me close now, open it again. A simple drop catch game with gdevelop. And okay, a simple drop catch game which gdevelop, and it's still lagging maybe because I'm recording. So this is the game we are going to make using gdevelop simple drop catch game. So I'll pause the video and I'll get back to you in the next lesson.
So let's go build our game. Go to build and create projects. Set the size of the game, which is the first thing you have to consider when creating a game, to mobile portrait, and name this game Aquaquatch. You can use different name for the fact that we are gonna monetize this game, so you have to use different name. I'm going to name mine Aquaquatch 2 because I've already created Aquaquatch before making this whole course. So save on computer, file location not really necessary, optimize pixel art, and the AI. This if you want AI to randomly build a project for you. This is newly implemented in gdevelop, but you can try it at some other time. We are not going to use that in this video. So portraits, different name. Don't name your own Aquaquatch. Name it, give it a different name. Because you are gonna put it in Google Admo, that's why you're using different name. Or else it's not necessary, but it's necessary because you are going to put it in Admo and you're going to require that all the name you are going to put in Admo is completely different. No one has used it before. Something like that. That's what I'm going to. So create this project. So this is what you see once you create a project in gdevelop. I'm just going to zoom out this control minus. Okay, I don't know why that's not working on my PC. I don't know, it used to work before. I'll just go and zoom out manually. um this position is okay. So let me explain the interface for these parts of gdevelop. I know I've explained the interface before, but this part is quite different from the other side. This is where our workstation is. This here is our general setting that affects the whole game engine. This is our home. This is our scene. This scene is here. We'll see all the objects we create and everything happening in this game. This here we see it. And this here is our code editor. And and this is our project manager. This here we can manage our projects and tell how many scenes we are going to use in this game. I will explain this scene later. And these are property, global variable, icon, image, resources, and so on and so forth. This is where we can save our projects, not really necessary. Control X. This here we can preview our game and you can debug it. I don't really use this, I just preview it. This here you can publish our game. This here is our objects panel. You can see it here, or I can just close it and open it. Then this is our group group panel, which is here when we group objects, you see them. If you click it, you see it to appear right here. Here we can group our object. I'll explain later. This here is our properties panel, which is over here. And this here is our instance, this panel, which is what we usually use for debugging. And this over here is layer panel, which is here we use for our layer. I will explain later when we are creating that part. I just this here is our widget in case of kind of trying to fix objects and kind of making them be in place properly, in place accurately. This is what you use, but I don't usually use this at all. I don't use this at all. This here is undo. I'm just explaining this upside. I'm just explaining the whole interface so that you can get ahead, because when I start creating the game, I won't be explaining this part again. I'll just go and do them, I'll be assuming that you know them already because I've already explained it. You can skip this part if it's kind of boring, because I normally skip this part in most video when I'm learning something. It's a treasure. This other side is setting the same like the same variables. This here you can see them. I don't normally click that. I just right click and click on. Let me show you. I just right click and click on same properties. It's literally the same thing, so I don't normally use that. So this our property. This here will be seeing every property of the object we are working on. You can have many objects in this screen. I'll show you later, or let me show you now. So as I was saying, you can have many objects in the scene, but you can edit them in this properties panel. Like you can see object 1, object 2, object 3. You can edit them here individually. You can change their position and you can change their sizes. Yeah, it doesn't really matter if they're the same objects or different objects. For example, now let me just duplicate these objects. You can see like I can separately edit the same objects using this panel, and this other one that is the same is not, it doesn't affect this other one that is the same. Like the two are object 1, object 1. So what I'm trying to say is you can use this object property to edit and customize our object and also change their layer too, which is what I will explain after this. So before then, these are objects property. I've already explained this. This we can add objects and all of that. So let me develop things so that it won't distract us. So down to here, this layer, this here we can edit our layers and add layers. These parts we don't usually touch this color layer because it's control of this color over here, this gray color. You can actually change that, but I'll just leave it like that. And you can add your own layer. What this layer does is it actually tells the engine what should be on top of each other. That's where I understand it. I know I'm not best at explaining this layer. What we mostly use it for is when we are creating UI like touchable button and all those things. We usually place it our main on top of our main layer. We are using this base layer as our main layer, how the game is actually going to be, and this usually call this UI layer. In this session, this is what we're going to be working on, the UX of this game. That's how I normally create. I first create the UX before designing the UI of the game. So I first create the UX, program the game, then create the UI. The reason why I'm doing that, sorry, my bad. Let me explain UI and UX for you guys before getting on. UX is the first thing all developer normally, all web or app designer normally do before creating the UI. But as a programmer, I always advise create the UI, create the UX before programming, then after programming create the UI. That's where I code. So UX, user experience. This US is just plain nothing, no color, no, sorry, color, there is color, but no much attractive graphic design kind of stuff. It's just plain, this here life is going to be, this here post is going to be, this here the point is going to be. You get it? That's how US is. This is the player, this is the button. That's how US is, just the wireframe of what we are programming. That's all about UX. UX, user experience. UI, user interface. There are two different things, although they call it UX UI design, or they are kind of different field. This US. So let's create the US of this game right now. So first, by creating, adding a new object, the first object we'll be using is this sprite object. I'm not going to explain much on it, but our sprite object is the object we normally use when we are creating a main character or anything of the game. Like is is the most used object in gdevelop, the sprite object. I don't know why they give it the name sprite, but whatever. So we're going to name this player. This our player. This is the first guy we're gonna put in the game. We add the animation, this button right here, and we're gonna use pixel. That's one thing I love about gdevelop. It have all these inbuilt features. You don't have to go outside to bring them or to go to Photoshop to create all these things. You have its inbuilt features. So we grab our paint tools. Yeah, this, if you're using Photoshop, you know this is a piece of cake to learn. I didn't even learn this when I'm using gdevelop. So you can drag the color red and top, and see if you can change the name if you want. I don't normally change the name, but for this tutorial it's advisable to change the name because when duplicating it, we see we changing the name. Just name it player one and save. So we apply it. Now we have got our player, so we drag it or him to the same, drag to the same, just like that. My system is kind of slow because I'm recording. As you can see, I'm not using that much big system to code to do this game. So we add our second object, which is our ground. Normally I start duplicating, but let me just go through this process. After this, I'll start duplicating it because they have kind of different behavior. So just name this ground and save and apply.